Mainz's set pieces against Hoffenheim were not just about good delivery. They were built on clear box occupation patterns, controlling different zones, manipulating the first contact, and preparing the second action before the defense could react. Now let's break it down. The first set-piece pattern is built around controlling all three zones inside the box. By splitting the 5 runners across the near post, central zone, and far post, they turn the first contact into a chained second action. Rather than the 3 second ball players around the box, the key focus here is the 5 attackers inside it. They are spread across the near post, central, and far post zones, rather than clustered in one area. 2 of them first attack the near post area. Another 2 move together toward the central zone, pinning the central defenders in place. The remaining player moves toward the far post area, occupying the opposite side. So, the key to this set piece is not to target one zone directly. It is designed to spread the defensive reference points across multiple areas inside the box, and to prepare the second action after the first contact. The delivery is played into the near post area. One of the players attacking that zone redirects the ball with a flick-on toward the far post area. Then, the player arriving at the far post connects it back into the central 6-yard zone. From there, the player attacking centrally receives that pass, and the move creates a very dangerous chance. The key here is how the 5 attackers occupy all 3 zones. 2 attack the near post, 2 pin centrally, and 1 attacks the far post. That allows the ball to travel across the box and return into the central 6-yard area. The second attacking pattern here begins from a left side throw-in. But the real purpose is not the throw itself. It is about using short connections around the ball to draw the defense inward before creating a far post 1v1 inside the box. This sequence starts from a throw-in pattern on the left side. The thrower first plays the ball to a free midfielder, positioned near the left side of the box. Then, another midfielder, who was positioned slightly more centrally, drops back to create another free option, and the ball is played to him. As this happens, the opposition's attention and pressure are naturally drawn toward the ball. After receiving it, the second midfielder does not drive forward or cross immediately. Instead, the possessor holds the ball and draws defenders toward him, allowing the movement inside the box to develop. At that moment, one midfielder inside the box attacks the central 6-yard area, pulling the central defenders inward. At the same time, the attacker positioned in the far post area maintains the far side and moves into a 1v1 situation. The possessor then delivers the cross toward the far post area at exactly that moment, and it leads to a dangerous header.
And a free header at the far post goes.
The key here is the 2 free options from the throw-in. They draw the defense toward the ball before the central run frees the far post 1v1, where the cross can then be delivered into the isolated attacker. The third throw-in pattern here starts by pulling a defender out of the line first. Once that space opens, the ball is played into the deep flank, and the next movement attacks the near post. This time, the sequence starts from a throw-in on the right side. As the forward positioned near the right side of the box drops deeper and pulls a defender out with him, a midfielder quickly attacks the space that has been left open. That is the starting point of this pattern. First, draw the defender out, then attack the space that opens immediately after. At that moment, The thrower delivers the ball into the deep right flank, where the midfielder is making the run. At the same time, another midfielder from the right half space makes a diagonal run toward the near post area. The midfielder in possession then delivers a cross into the near post area, and the ball reaches the runner to create a dangerous chance.
There's another brilliant cross. Oh, Lee.
The key here is the forward's drop to pull the defender out. That opens the deep right flank space, and the diagonal near post run then turns it into a crossing chance. This final throw-in pattern starts by returning the ball to the thrower and recreating the 1v1 on the flank. From there, the box is attacked in 3 different directions, which helps stretch the defense before the cross is delivered. This time, the sequence again starts from a throw-in on the left side. The forward, positioned on the left side of the box, moves toward the thrower to receive the ball. And after receiving it, he returns it back to the thrower. That allows the thrower to become the possessor again and face a 1v1 situation on the flank. At the same time, the 2 players inside the box move in different directions. One attacks the near post area, while the forward moves into the central area, splitting the defensive line. At the same time, the midfielder positioned outside the box quickly attacks the far post area, so the attack develops in 3 different directions. The possessor then times it well, beats the 1v1, and delivers a cross into the central area of the box. The forward meets it with a dangerous header. Although the goalkeeper makes the first save, the forward immediately reacts to the second ball and turns it into the finish for the goal.
And Teach! Oh, brilliant!
The key here is the return pass, which recreates the flank 1v1. From there, the box is attacked in 3 directions: near post, central, and far post. That stretches the defense and prepares both the first header and the second action. So in the end, Mainz's set-piece threat was not just about delivery. It came from structured box occupation, stretching Hoffenheim across different zones, then turning the first contact or flank 1v1 into the next action. From near-post flick-ons to far-post isolation, each pattern created danger through coordinated movement. That was the essence of Mainz's set-piece tactics. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments.